What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team stand up! It's June! We got! Whew. Bro, I need to stand up for this one, bro. How did this go through? How did this go through? How did the league allow for this to even happen, bro? We haven't heard about or seen this man John Wall play a regular NBA game in about 6.5 years. He's still an all-star somewhat, 17 plus per game, 5, maybe 8, you know what I'm saying? He is now a Los Angeles Clippers. Now, we got a 2-in-1 video today. We're going to be talking about John Wall and then what's the update with the Kyrie situation. But, bro, word around, not even word, it's confirmed as of this moment. A shout out, first of all, we're going to be checking out this first vid from Funky Diet Diabetic. That's literally his name. Hold on, just make sure. It's a Funky Diabetic. Look, that's his name. But shout out to him. He's going to give us the inside scoop and everything. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he knows what he's talking about.
All right, man. We got a point guard moving today. It was not Kyrie Irving. John Wall. He and the Rockets agreed to a buyout. He's going to the Clippers. Real quick for Houston, we don't know the specifics of that buyout. I'm assuming that it's not them straight.
That's so cheese, bro. John Wall, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George, that is an instant Western Conference Finals team. But you guys will lose to the Golden State Warriors in 6 games still. But that's now a Western Conference Finals team. How is this allowed, bro? This is legitimately, like, I'm literally so hyped for this NBA season, bro. Like, you don't even
know the contract over several years. I'm assuming it's a 1-year thing, and who knows how much money John Wall was willing to leave on the table for that. So yeah, there
John Wall got swollen. You can't lie.
For the Clippers' sake, I mean,
we came out of Kentucky.
It's been a while since we have seen John Wall play basketball. Specifically, I believe it was April 23rd, 2021, because I just checked that beforehand. The most interesting thing to me with this is just the extra potential drives to the basket that Wall can give the Clippers around Kawhi and PG, right? Now we're going to have to see. Like, how much
that is bull, bro. They really sat there and got John Wall, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George, and then you got the who's that Jackson dude? You know what I'm saying? On the squad too, bro. And then you got the Luke Kennard. Can't forget about my man Luke Kennard, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wall still have. What is his first step looking like? How good is he in transition and all that? Because if you still got like at least a decent amount of that in there, then that could be great. Because that is, of course, PG and Kawhi doing their thing, which is a lot of the time isolations or coming around a screen and then the defense collapses a little bit. If Wall can pump fake, get by his defender who's attacking him on a closeout, that sort of thing, and then from there make the next play, whether that's finishing himself, whether that is kicking it to, I don't know, Terrence Mann who's spotting up in the corner, or one of Kawhi and PG.
This man, he said Terrence Mann. Ain't nobody that watches NBA is worried about a dude named Terrence Mann. Out of all the players on the Clippers, he calls out Terrence Mann. Oh, man, I just can't wait until, John Wall just drives and kicks out to Terrence Mann. That's like you saying, I can't wait, for this player to go to the Lakers and for him to drive and kick out to Mac McClung, or whoever number 37 dude, man. Come on, yo.
Which is, John Wall's three-pointer, and I'm going to assume the teams are going to dare him to shoot from outside. And so whether that's him making those shots, whether that's him, again, attacking closeouts enough to where teams, they're still going to do it, but maybe they don't have as much luxury as they'd like to do it. We're going to see there. How many times are we going to see John Wall just running pick and roll for this team? Again, second units, I can certainly see it. When Kawhi and PG are both in the game, my guess is it's not good.
Here's what I can say. If John Wall stays on his team the next 2 years and does not make an all-star, he is an official top 5 bust of all time. And there's no more. I'm not even going to lie to you. I've said John Wall, top 10 bust, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like this is legitimately a perfect chance to give somebody, especially like John Wall, a clean slate. And here is exactly why. Okay. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, okay, you're starting to backtrack now. What's going on? When I honestly sit back and look at it, John Wall has never had anybody, you know what I'm saying, next to him to help him out. Bradley Beal comes along with the Wizards. He gets injured. He's not even able to really. They don't even have any games together. Not able to perform, and then he gets injured with the Rockets. He's not able to perform with Harden, and then like all the other, all-stars and casuals on the Rockets. And then now he's with a team that has 2 Hall of Famers. Not only 2 Hall of Famers, 2 All-Stars. I meant to say 2 All-Stars, but 2 future Hall of Famers. But you get it. The point is that John Wall is playing next to 2 Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers. First ballot. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to have to feel like you think about Paul George, he's making the Hall of Fame. Kawhi Leonard's making the Hall of Fame. Okay? I'm giving John Wall a clean slate. This is a fresh NBA season. I'm asking for 15-plus points per game. And I'm not even thinking about you being nowhere near a bust in the NBA draft, man. When you came into the league. What was it, 2009? Come on, man. He's next to 2 Hall of Famers. You got to perform. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuses.
Lot, but it's going to be more than never, right? And, they'll typically run those with Zubats or Hartenstein, if Hartenstein's still going to be on the team moving forward, because he's a free agent right now. My guess is the teams will drop on most John Wall screens as they did when he was at his
What if he can shoot the 3 now?
And so, does that result in a pull-up jumper from Wall? Is he content with just not shooting the ball in general as much, I guess? I mean, he's going to have to be, since he's going to be at the most number 3 in the pecking order on this team. And there's a chance you're going to see some games where John Wall takes, 7 shot attempts or whatever. What's the mentality he's going to have coming into this? But I think if teams can get John Wall to shoot a bunch of mid-range pull-ups, and those are possessions that are not PG and Kawhi doing whatever they're going to do, then I think defenses will take that. So whether that is Wall being good at those or not running as many pick and rolls as he once did, obviously he's not going to, so I feel like I'm talking in circles a little bit, but I guess what I'm trying to
not really. I mean, we got to really see how John Wall is shooting off the dribble. John Wall has never been a shooter off the dribble. Really, John Wall is honestly a more athletic Rajon Rondo, and I hate to say it. You know what I'm saying? John Wall was never able to shoot like that. Heck, I remember even when he was at his peak of him being as hype as he was coming into the league from Kentucky, and he was with the Wizards, 2K, I remember back in the day, the other older 2Ks, he's always had a 60 or 70 overall rated 3. So everybody knows John Wall. I can shoot better than John Wall in my sleep. So what the point is, I feel like if he just comes off of screens, pick and rolls, and he can just make those mid-ranges, make those floaters, once they start to double team that, just kick out the PG or Kawhi or the man of Terrence or Luke Kennard, it's game over for the Clippers until you get to the Western Conference Finals once again.
John Wall
then you have to
running
face
the
the Warriors.
But I don't think we're going to see John Wall the role player either. And
nah, you're tripping. John Wall's definitely going to have. I feel like he'll definitely have a good role. You know what I'm saying? Because really, if you look at the Reggie Jackson dude, the dude is Reggie Jackson, right? The dude is absolute casual garbage. He wouldn't even survive in the early 2000s. He would have been ran off by players like Jermaine O'Neal, bro, from back in the day. So the point is that, bro, come on, man. I think
what comes with that
John Wall is legitimately
defensively. That's an
all-star, and then you got to remember he has defense. He was top 5 point guard before he got injured.
Better
in defense,
best defensive guards in the league. At this point, he is not that anymore, to put it nicely. But with this Clippers team and the amount of good defensive wings they've got on this team, right? Switchability, between Kawhi, PG, of course, Terrence Mann. We'll see if Nick Batum's still on the team. They've got Covington, they got Morris, Norm Powell. If he's tasked with guarding smaller guys than he was guarding in Portland, I think he can be better defensively. There's a lot of guys to where John Wall doesn't have to defend the best or second best guy on the opposing team. And, against second units, he should be better defensively as well. I mean, this team was great defensively last year with Kawhi not playing. We'll see. This is a big old we'll see, with the ceiling being a really good low-cost move for the Clippers.
Wow.
Now, what does this do for Reggie Jackson?
Low cost?
I don't know. I mean, I would imagine John Wall is going to come into training camp looking to get the starting point.
No, John Wall has to start. If you bench John Wall, I'm personally scrapping with the Clippers coach, bro. Because that's just disrespectful, bro. Come on. Reggie Jackson literally looks like a fitness coach, bro. There's no way in heck you start Reggie Jackson over John Wall. You need to be stripped of all your basketball privileges if you start Reggie Jackson over John Wall. The only reason Reggie Jackson has the type of NBA career that he has right now is because Kawhi and PG were injured the last season. Let them both play when they were both playing. Anybody heard of Reggie Jackson? He doesn't even average 5 points per game. There's no way you start this over.
But
come on.
Reggie has done
There's no way.
everything he can to solidify that over the last couple of seasons.
No.
Granted, the Clippers have also not been loaded at point guard.
If
but
I'm
I
the
think
Clippers,
they've also
honestly,
got-
I'm trading Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson at this point, he has the most trade value you can possibly will ever get from me because, he's played to his, I feel like, potential. He's not going to be having no other season like he's had the last couple of seasons, bro. Let's be honest. I'm trading him for a decent casual. That's all you're going to get. You're going to get a decent casual, maybe somewhat of an all-star. You know what I'm saying? Get a power forward or a center. Easy. Like,
the most out of him that they can ask for. So
like
we'll see
obviously,
what
I
those
don't think
two-
the Suns would do this, but maybe someone like on a DeAndre Ayton level. You know what I'm saying? Where somebody that can average about 10, have like 12, 15 rebounds, a couple of blocks. The Clippers, I believe, they need a center. Who was their center from was it
Look, man, for
Plumlee?
the Clippers, given how expensive of a roster they are, $170 million according to Basketball Reference for next season, on top of the fact that they've made several moves that leave them without all the draft picks in the world. To have something like this open up for them, I think that's pretty all right. And even if it ends up not being a home run for them, which again it could be, John Wall could be like a great extra piece for this team.
I'm calling it's
the
going to be
cost
great.
was just not that high, I would assume. So
Because if you're thinking about it last time, when the Clippers had a good point guard in CP3, they was a playoff team. They made it in the first and second round. So they're definitely going to be making this is already a huge upgrade, you know what I'm saying, to the roster.
let's see what John Wall
Easy.
still got. And yeah.
Hey man, that's going to cap it off for that one.
I would assume.
So now the 2-in-1 video, we got Christmas is waiting on her. The man Kyrie Irving has been trolling everybody in the media. Apparently, he was supposed to be traded. When I woke up this morning, I woke up actually at like 5:30, 6 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, and by the way, I had an IRL today too. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie, I heard he was supposed to be going. When I was driving to my IRL, bro. Twitter was basically saying that Kyrie is literally like seconds away from just being announced that he's about to be a Laker. And then as soon as I come home, you know what I'm saying, the man Smooth posted, you know what I'm saying, this apparently Irving opted out and he's going to just stay with the Brooklyn Nets. I think Kyrie, you know what I'm saying, he sees something that maybe somebody else doesn't. At this point, if I'm Kyrie, he's got to go to a team like the Heat.
Is going to opt into his final year to stay with the Brooklyn Nets. He's going to take the $36 million this season. This is definitely a disappointment for many people all around the league because we thought there was going to be some chaos this offseason, but Nets fans are going to breathe a sigh of relief.
Kyrie is trolling.
You've got one more year to see what
I'm not even going to lie, out of all the teams, I feel like Kyrie fits the best with the Nets. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like just from seeing like the fans, not obviously don't nobody want to like see somebody get trolled and stuff from other school threat fans or whatever. And when it comes to sports, but you could tell I feel like Kyrie, like when it comes to just like that, just everything with like the New York culture. I think Kyrie, like it just fits Kyrie. Like I feel like he just really messes with what I'm saying, everything about New York and everything like that. I just feel like it's a great fit for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I wouldn't leave the Big Apple, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't even know how is that even like an option. How is you going to the Lakers to play with LeBron for a second time when that was already proven that was only a one season wonder, one championship wonder thing, and it's just not going to work out. Like, didn't they come out in media multiple times? There was, I don't know if it was true or not, so don't quote me on it. Apparently, like Kyrie, they were saying that, like, LeBron got in the way of, I guess, his destiny or something he wanted to do with the Cavs. I don't remember. But if I'm Kyrie, man, you either stay with the Nets or at this point, you got to go to a team like the Heat, bro.
you can do
Don't
before all of this
backtrack.
unfolds.
And then, bro, the fact that was even an option for him to go to the Lakers, dude, that's just so unfair, man. Come on. That's
News
so
for
unfair.
Kyrie, though. He's got no interest. The reason he's going to stay put is because he couldn't find anybody to sign and trade.
Wow.
No teams were interested in doing that. Not a single team. The only team that wanted Kyrie it was the Lakers. But of course, he'd have to play for just
Will
$6 million.
Simmons play.
He would have had to opt out and then take the mid-level exception. So going into next season, will the market change, or will Kyrie be in a rough spot where nobody's going to give him a contract? Kyrie's going to have to be on his best behavior. He's going to have to play.
He's talking to him like a kid. I honestly see Kyrie getting traded before the trade deadline this season. I see it happening. I feel like he's going to, be Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie, stands, for anything, possible. There's nothing wrong with that, But I feel like Kyrie is going to repeat what he did in the beginning of the season, where he missed, certain games because of whatever's going on. And the Nets are just going to be like, nah, you know what? We're not going to wait to the end of the season. We're going to trade you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what we can get right this second. I call on him getting traded around December, January, you guys. I don't see him staying with the Nets. I like that Kyrie is giving the Nets another shot, but I personally think that it's not even going to be up to him at that point throughout the season for him to end up staying.
Every game, he's going to have a really good season because that market, it looks like nobody wants Kyrie Irving. That's the depressing part about all of this for him.
That's crazy. You heard it? He just said that apparently no other teams wanted Kyrie. Why wouldn't you want a 25-point per game
couldn't
point
get out of there because nobody wanted him. He's only 30 years old. It's not like he's washed up, like his game is on decline. It's just that everything that happens off the court in the locker room has all the other teams saying, we don't want him. Maybe things will change when he's going to be a free agent, because he could have been a free agent if he opted out right now, but the interest wasn't there. Maybe a year from now it'll change. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Nets fans chime in, and everybody else. Do you want Kyrie on the open market for your team after this season? Are you going to pursue him, or will you ignore and look elsewhere?
Yeah, man, they're crazy, bro. Hey, you guys, out of everything here, how you guys feel about all of this? Do you think that the Clippers took a massive W getting John Wall? Do you think, nothing's going to come for that and John Wall just going to find a way not to play that many games or play any games at all? And do you think that Kyrie Irving staying with the Nets, was it more disappointing, or was it just more of just like, okay, I kind of expected that? As usual, man, comment down below, that's Rant, man.